Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to the second part of my Ace Combat 7 first playthrough. Just picking up where we left off, let's go on to the next mission.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone.
As of 1 p.m. today,
The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean Air Alex Erosions. The attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
So that was 8.5 minutes of some interesting plot, I must say. I like the Osean supremacy, but you know, they'll be fine in this war. Erusia is not going to stand a chance, but looks like we got to help reclaim the space elevator here in the Schofield Fields. Very, very interesting so far. I like the long cutscenes. It's very dense with information, and you know, as an Ace Combat fan myself, I always appreciate that. You know, sort of the nod to other games. So let's get into this next mission here. Looks like we're running with the same guys, Clown, Knocker, Brownie, and we got this time we got some ground targets to destroy. You can too obtain, that's definitely a typo, aircraft weapons to gain the upper hand in missions. So let's take a look at what's in there. I assume it's going to be the same as Ace Combat Infinity. So you can be exchanged for new aircraft. You receive them in campaign mode and in multiplayer. Okay, so it's between both. They're connected by lines to unlock an item. Given a special weapon. Okay, so you have to purchase the 2 special weapons. Okay, so, alright, so you can't sell stuff like in the previous games. You don't get a refund for what you buy. Wow, there's only 2 attackers in this game. That's kind of sad. Yeah, we know all of this. Air-to-air, other. Okay, same as this before. That only apply in multiplayer mode. So you can get stuff from the campaign that applies to the multiplayer. So let's see. So the F4 that I was flying is nowhere on the tree, and neither is this. Well, I wouldn't want this because this has no weapons on it. Let's see. So it looks like the F16, you have to use that to unlock the F14. And that one goes to the F2. Is that a... Okay, that's a multi-role. I was going to say, that's a fighter. There we go. Well, can I zoom out here? Oh, I have to click this. Okay. Oh, there's your favorite, the F-18. F-15J. Oh my god, I got so many damn F-15s. Su-37. So, lots of planes, lots of parts. Oh, and the YF-23. Okay, so at least that's in the game. One of my favorite fighter. And they got the PAK-FA. So that's like F-22 equivalent of Russia. I don't want to bore you guys with all this. Let's get into the next mission. I mean, I'm sure we can investigate this all later. None of the stuff really matters for the campaign that we're playing. Obviously, I think I'm going to stick with the F4 for now. I don't know. Should I bring an air-to-ground weapon? Because it only looked like it was single targets, so... Because I like these missiles right here, these burst missiles. Those were pretty good against air targets. Yeah, I think I have enough missiles to deal with the ground targets, so I think just to be safe, I'm going to stick with the burst missiles. So, can I load any parts? Okay, here's another tutorial. Okay. So what is this? Light Blisk enhances aircraft acceleration. So we're gonna put that on there, obviously. So let's sortie. Sorry to bore you guys with all this fluff, but you know I'm really interested in checking all this stuff out. So let's do this mission. Hopefully the SASM was a good choice. I don't know what's coming up. You know, you could have a mission update or something like that, or it could be potentially useless. So.
Our current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close. Yep.
So generally when there's like low amounts of targets here, there's going to be a mission update. At least that's what I'm feeling. So I think I made the right choice picking the short aerial suppression missiles. I mean, this is kind of like the second missions of most Ace Combat games. Kind of reminds me. Come on, man! This is a helicopter. Are you serious? This should not be this maneuverable. Just fucking die. Sorry for the language, but it's kind of annoying me. This kind of reminds me of the second mission of Ace Combat Zero. Annex? Kind of reminds me of that. I did not think that missile was going to kill that. So that's another one down. Alright. There we go. See?
3 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come.
So,
Now,
I'm glad I brought the
okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's
air missiles, because now we got those guys coming around.
Via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Shred the radar network.
2 targets remaining.
Oh, never mind. These are helicopters.
Target lock. It's firing.
Come on, man. Get out of here. Oh, I hate how these helicopters are what they're doing, man. Flying to the side and that stuff. I guess you gotta target them from a range. Or let's try these. Let's see how these work out. Maybe these are for taking out helicopters. Okay, well they definitely take them out in one shot. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Definitely can't tell. Alright, so these are fighters. Let's give that guy that. Yep. Nice double kill right there. 2-piece.
They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lockout to their targets too.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about the clouds. Might could be more annoying than useful.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicles destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Oh my. Okay. Alright, so maybe some air-to-ground weapons might have helped out here, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I can't track where that missile's coming from. Oh my! What was that? I just took some sort of damage right there. I don't know how that happened. I didn't need a missile. If I did, I probably would have taken a lot more damage, especially on hard mode. It was almost like flashing blue. It was kind of strange. I don't have a good feel for the missile recharge rate because I'm like spamming the X button and it's not shooting anything. Come on. Yeah, okay.
This base is worth destroying.
So they were carrying something on the thing, so that's why that happened. Something that we don't know about. Let's give these guys some burst missiles. So I guess to balance it, it's not a one-shot kill. Unless you get like a specific sort of hit marker on it, or angle. Probably could use my suppression missiles there. Whoa. Whoa, those targets weren't dead yet. Ah! Here they come. The drone, something that seems central to this game.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Alright, I'm gonna take out these.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Most pilot cloud comes out of us for dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
I thought I switched to my
All aircraft. You know what IG turns are, right? Use them.
short area suppression missiles
HQ,
on.
this is Gala 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
Okay,
Repeat, bandits are drones.
so I think I found
That doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters.
the right. Where's that MiG-21? Is there a MiG-21 somewhere?
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit
Guess
more
not.
warning.
So these things definitely seem useful for taking out the drones.
Confirmed destroy.
Because if they try and dodge it,
Solid squadron.
they're gonna get messed up.
Get on the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
The enemy's reading.
So this guy's flying kind of wacky. Oh, come on. How did I lose lock there? Oh my gosh. Oh, I get it. Because it's the clouds. Yeah, that's kind of annoying me thus far.
Eyes up in there.
Come on, get out of the clouds, you pussy.
The enemy does a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
Oh my gosh.
Try to read their movements.
I'm not digging the clouds right now. I'm really not. This drone is starting to annoy me. Because, I mean, I just lost 2 of my special weapons there that I probably could have used.
Takes down an enemy. We're doing good. Just took
Oh my gosh, how does that miss? That was a good angle.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt. Escaped into the clouds.
Yeah. You're not hiding in the damn clouds. I'm running out of missiles here. Yeah, of course they miss. Oh man.
This one's mine.
As I said, I'm not enjoying the clouds right now. This is kind of annoying because, you know, it's like I gotta,
Down one at a time.
it never hits. The missiles never hit in the clouds.
Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
Somehow I destroyed it though.
Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Hopefully there's no mission update because I'm dry.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone.
Okay,
Mission
Brian.
complete. RTB.
Okay. Never mind.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better.
don't have to worry.
Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
I can't get out of these clouds.
These days. You shoot, someone gets killed.
Man, this is another long episode.
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
But we managed to get it done. So
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles.
I guess you only have
and
two
anti-air weaponry.
to
Destroy them.
things for the mission replay. But looks like that's mission 2. We'll see how we did. We got another trophy here.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone.
Oh, so we're not retaking the
Now's
space
time to move
elevator
up and begin the
right away. I
counteroffensive.
thought we
Let
were.
us reclaim what is ours.
Maybe I read the mission briefing wrong. I only got an A somehow. Or maybe that's the highest you can get now? I don't know if you can get S ranks in this game. I know they changed from that. But that is mission 2, guys. I will see you on the next mission. Mission 3 of this Ace Combat 7 first playthrough. Stay tuned for more.